30 degrees today. My dog is playing. Temperatures are falling this week, so I'm getting a little bit of water on board. I don't want to fill this up too much because we still gotta go get tires next week, so I don't want to haul around a bunch of water weight. I don't know if I've ever put water on board without there being some kind of a leak. I still gotta put screws in there. It's not leaking water anywhere. I'm so happy. Can you see the water level in there, Claire?
Bella.
Oh God.
Guess what happened overnight?
And it's still.
We're still going.
It's here. I haven't started the snowblower all year, and I don't know if it's gonna start. It needed a tune-up real bad last year. Like the blades are all worn down, and it doesn't really want to toss heavy snow anymore. Which is what this stuff looks like. It looks like wet, heavy snow. Not cold enough to get the real fluffy stuff yet. Well, shoot.
It's an inch. Is this an inch?
This will be no. This is way more.
Yeah.
We're doing this again. Yeah, the majority of the driveway all done. Still gotta move Audrey's car and get behind the RV. So it's supposed to stop snowing too, but it's still snowing, so I'm gonna have to also take a gas can and grab more gas, right? Minnesota in November, it's currently snow raining.
It's been drizzling most of the day and then snowing and then drizzling. But staying right about like freezing, so
32 to 30 degrees all day. I drove you to work today.
That's why I didn't drive.
We used a quarter tank of gas. It's only November. We've been here for a year.
Been in this location a year.
So I guess we're celebrating a year of RV life.
The whole time we've been here.
Except for the 2 weeks that we went boondocking, which was fun, but it was also kind of like a window into how expensive this lifestyle is. I mean, we didn't stay in one place for more than one night, like a lot of people will do. They'll stay in one place for multiple nights, and we wouldn't do that.
Not boondocking. No, there aren't enough friendly park ups. There aren't places where you can just do that. And when you boondock, you're trying to be stealth and out the next day. I don't think there's any place that we boondock that I would feel comfortable doing 2 nights in a row. There are places we did stay 2 different times, but not back to back.
And we went through $200 worth of gas in 2 weeks, so basically $100 of gas a week between the generator and driving you back and forth to your brother's. And we stayed within a 5-mile radius of like your brother's every night, right? Within probably
I
like
guess so,
2-mile radius, I would say.
That's where I parked my car.
We can't do that anymore though.
What do you mean?
We can't. There's nowhere in Minnesota that we can boondock right now.
Not in the winter.
I built a battery so that we could technically do it, but
you can't do it and get away with it. It's different in the summer. Every place that we parked in like the back of a lot or something, it becomes a pile of snow.
We just stick out like a sore thumb right now. We would just get the knock right away, we feel like, because there's nobody doing this. All of the RVs right now are being put into storage. Everyone is winterizing them. We've already had 3 nights below freezing, which means that if you're not heating your basements, if you still have water on board, you've likely already wrecked your RV. We have 30 gallons of water on board. We just took showers last night in 25 degrees weather outside. The RV's done.
Yeah, we could technically, right, do it in the winter, but nobody does do it, so we look crazy. We look very homeless, like desperate, and that's our only option. But we would be choosing it. If you're staying in an RV in the winter in Minnesota, you're paying big bucks to be in a park.
I've been really lucky to be here for as long as we've been able to be here.
Yeah.
This time last year, we were still kind of having like a minor freak out mode. Like we were driving around everywhere that we boondocked last month because we thought that we were going to have to be there last winter. And we were so ignorant and naive. We had never ever, we hadn't lived in this yet. The idea that we would have been able to live in here without hookups, without being connected to shore power. When we go down to like temperatures as low as -35 in this state, like that would have been extremely reckless and dangerous. We wouldn't have been able to keep water on board. We likely would have done like way more damage to the RV. And also, like I thought that we were going to be stealth, just staying in parking lot. But like in the middle of winter, it's not possible. And all you're doing is taking, like nobody wants you there because they have to snowplow that lot. And not only that, but they salt the roads like crazy here. And driving an RV in a blizzard or bad weather, it's asking for a lot of trouble.
I don't want to drive this thing with anything on the roads, really. When we had to leave just to dump tanks or go fill propane, like it was dicey sometimes.
It's just one road back and forth, but we went.
It's not that far away, but
temperatures like -10, -15. I think we went one time last year.
Hey, want to help us out? Subscribe to our channel. It's totally free and it would really bring us joy. Then click the bell notification so you know when we have a new video up. Thanks.
We say all that just because we're not going to really be able to stay here, I don't think, this winter.
I don't even know what to say. Do we get into the driveway that could have been?
Yeah, here's the thing:
extended driveway.
Is that like the people that have let me stay here are like family to me. In a lot of ways, they're closer to me than my family. I consider my friend who owns this place a brother. You know, I would do anything for him. I'm so appreciative of everything he's done for me. Not only this last year, but my entire life. He's kind of been like a guardian angel for my reckless behavior, for just wanting to never grow up, I guess. But asking someone to live in their driveway unabated for over a year, that's more than what most friends would ever. I don't know anybody else in my life that would ever do that for me. I really don't. And they have things that they want to do. You've seen the videos. There's a limo that's here every weekend. There are young people here that are learning how to drive that want to be able to park a car on the driveway when they get their license. There's cars that I haven't been able to sell, and you've seen me struggle with this Toyota that still has a fuel leak. They were talking about building like a temporary driveway on the other side of us here. I was entertaining the idea just because I like being helpful, and I'm really appreciative, and I want to show my friends, my family, that I'm appreciative, and I'm willing to do work to be here. I've never laid a driveway in my life. I'm not a contractor. I'm a mechanic, and I know how much this thing weighs because we went and got it weighed this summer. And I know it's heavy, and I know it's way too heavy to be put on something that I built hastily 2 weeks before the ground freezes. And so it came down to like us being able to stay here, but having more of a sketchy parking situation. Not only that, but we're down to one car. Usually when it's bad weather, because I would be working and Audrey would be working, we could just take one car. I could drop her off and I could go do my work, and I could come back and pick her up, and then we could go home. This year is completely different. I'm not really working right now because my job is kind of like taking care of this RV, and that's sort of the commitment that we've both made. But when it's bad weather, when it's inclement, you don't like driving. That's not a bad thing, but the gas that we're going to spend.
The gas. I guess I'm working a lot more than I used to work, and unfortunately, my office is far away from where we are. The commute that I've been making back and forth to the office is the most commuting I've ever really done. And in winter, it scares me a lot.
We went through a quarter tank of gas today with me driving you, and it's only going to get worse.
And I feel like that's about right, because going to the office and back, 2 days, I would go through a quarter tank. Yeah, gas goes really fast. I feel like I'm always filling that tank.
With that gas bill getting ready to go up, and with our winter gas bill getting ready to go up, we bought a full tank of propane just before we went boondocking, and we're going to need to go refill that tank by this Friday because it's going to be really cold. And I suspect that we will be refilling it so long as we're here once a week, and propane prices have raised, so that's like $80 a week, plus the gas that you spend, which I know is $80 or more a week, plus the gas of what it's going to cost to run this thing back and forth to the gas station. So our fuel costs this winter are really high, even if we do stay. We haven't talked about this before. We haven't discussed what we're going to do yet. We were going to make this video a couple weeks ago, remember? We were thinking about making this video a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
And then we thought we were staying.
Well, yeah, we were going to not travel anyway. We can't afford to travel.
The RV's done, but we spent all the money on it. We spent all of our travel money on it this year. We spent every dime we had on the roof, and the generator,
the batteries,
the air conditioner. Everything's done. Everything. This thing is a boondocking road warrior, and it's capable of a lot, but it still needs money to be capable. I asked some friends. I put some feelers out, trying to see if anyone else that I know might have some space for us this winter. It's a huge ask.
It is a huge ask.
And we've had quite a lot of people that are like, oh, let me ask them around. I have a friend of a friend that might be able to loan you guys some space, but like that's not something a friend of a friend does for,
It's That's a nice thing to say, but like I couldn't imagine asking that
No.
of a friend or.
You and I both struggle with asking for things too, so it's really hard for us.
And I truly don't know anybody though.
We know that we have the battery capacity and we have the generator that yes, we could technically boondock here. And we were given the option to stay here if we could find some place to go for the weekends. But that also doesn't seem feasible.
Not in Minnesota. Thing is, yeah, with as well equipped as we are to boondock, and we could technically get through a winter, there's just nowhere to park in the winter.
Nowhere that we feel it's safe.
No, we would get a door knock night every time we parked. We would be told to leave. Even in the places that seemed safe when we did boondock, if we went back there in the winter, I don't think it would be the same.
I don't think so, especially because of the area of town that we were in. This is going to sound really crazy, especially people who don't live in colder climates, but we don't want to leave.
And it's like, I hate winter. It's harsh.
Yeah.
It's painful. It's really hard. But
while we're plugged in, we're
still,
capable in here.
Still want to be here.
Yeah.
Plus my business is here. I'm pretty established in this office. I haven't been able to downsize the way I wanted to into a smaller space. I just feel like working out of this space still. To do that, I need to be here. But where are we going to be?
There's a finish line in sight for us. Both of us have been shown the light at the end of the tunnel just in the last month or two, with both YouTube and the way we're growing with this channel, and with how well Audrey is doing with her whatnot. She's finally in a place where she's really enjoying and loving what she does. It breaks my heart to think that we're not going to be able to do that, or that she's going to have to give up on that. So I'm willing to do a lot to try and make these difficult next few months really work out for us. And I'm really good about thinking out of the box. This is something that neither of us have ever done before. We have a very thin margin for error this year, which neither of us were really prepared for. And maybe we were like daydreaming, or we just were being naive, thinking that we could get another winter out of this, especially after we've heard from the city.
You're just like, we'll just stay.
We'll just stay.
No, they're not that serious.
They're not that serious.
Well, especially when there are so many other RVs parked in this neighborhood that are clearly plugged in. Lights are on at night, slides are out. So who has a driveway?
Back to us being drugged out of this cold state, kicking and streaming. We're leaving for my mom's hopefully next week when we get the tire situation straightened out. And that almost seems a little futile. As much as I love my mom and I want to see my family and spend time with them, like we're literally spending the money that we need to get out of the state to somewhere warmer to go see them.
They're not somewhere warmer.
They're not anywhere warmer. My mom lives 3 hours west of here, and it's almost colder.
Right.
We're so close to making it, guys. We're so close to making it, and the next 3 months for us is so undetermined. I'm very big on jumping off a cliff and seeing what happens. I've been doing that since I was like 30 years old, and Audrey's been doing it longer than that, I feel like. But this is a really big jump for both of us. Yeah, we're probably gonna have to leave in like 3 or 4 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks.
Well, I want to get through as much of December as possible.
Wouldn't we be leaving after Christmas?
I think so. I think we can get till after Christmas.
I still have to visit more family for Christmas.
I'm not gonna. It's out of the way. So if we just got on 35 and head south versus going to my brother's, that's like an extra $200 in gas. And I'm putting this in the video, and I know he's gonna watch it.
Okay.
Hi, Josh.
Hi. It's so weird, like how far south would we be going? Like it's just gonna be snowier. It's supposed to be really snowy.
It's supposed to be really snowy, and basically our travel structure is going to be based on how much money we make. So we'll stop and do some odd jobs. We're going to get as light as possible as we can in the RV. I'm going to be donating. She doesn't know this yet, but I've already thought about it. I'm donating most all of my closet space to her. In reality, I need a couple of work pants, especially for the winter time. I don't need any of my. I need one nice shirt, one nice sweater, and like 2 Carhartts. That's all I really need. Everything else can just go into storage in your office. Stack up the whole back of the closet with everything you need. Yeah, see, this is the part that is really hard, because like the logistics is is a really hard pill to swallow because she's kind of cramped where she's at right now, and I saw her space today. And this is the part that we haven't hashed out at all, and this is why I kind of wanted to do this on camera, because it's good for us. It's good for us to talk about this with our audience so they know what she does takes space, and it takes time, and it takes a lot of energy, and that's really hard to do in the confines of an RV that has weight limits.
I have a lot of stuff, and I can't just, I don't even know how to explain it. To
The
do a
space.
show the way I do a show on Whatnot, it's live auctions, and you have a display, you have a whole setup, and it's 2 big tables that are set up as a display. There's just no possible way of doing that in here without downsizing it to one little narrow display that I would have to take apart every single day. Or as often as I'm doing these auctions, currently I'm doing every day. Maybe I take 1 to 2 days off a week depending, but I try to do it every day. And then there's the shipping supplies. And I rely on a desktop computer connected to a printer. I'm printing labels, a lot of stuff.
You got a lot to hash out still, obviously, and I don't know if we're gonna hash it out all on camera.
No.
But we're gonna have to do it, right? What's our alternative?
I don't know. I just don't see how it's gonna work yet, but
I think, yeah,
it doesn't mean it can't work.
the way we travel is gonna be week to week. We're not gonna know where we're gonna, like, we'll know where we'll be the first week, and we'll use sites like freecampgrounds.net.
Free campsites?
Yeah, freecampsites.net, and we'll use our knowledge of how to boondock at hotels, stay at businesses during the daytime. Like, we have the battery power to keep water on board down to probably about 10 to 15 degrees. Our goals for ourselves and for this channel are to keep going with RV life, right? We're not quitting anytime soon. I don't think we've even thought or talked to each other about throwing the towel, even in our roughest days this summer.
No, I don't want to throw in the towel on that.
Getting a
Talk
room.
about future, like what else we could do, but not like giving it up.
We don't know where we're gonna be yet. Our travel plans are really dependent on how much gas money we're gonna have. Saw another YouTuber last winter spend a lot of time in Arkansas, and so maybe we might try and head there. Depends on how much snow everywhere down south gets, because we might end up having to head more towards the southwest, just shy of the mountains.
Isn't it more eastern that's getting more snow this year?
Yeah. We were looking at going down to like Iowa and Missouri, and on the almanac and all the weather reports
Yeah,
this year.
just south enough that we would be able to, handle the temperatures.
Yeah, because we could do
But-
20 standing on our head.
Oh, 20s is
Yeah.
fine. All
Not
the
if there's a lot
extra
of
snow
Yeah.
is gonna be.
You guys are going to get to come along with us this winter while we figure it out for the first time ever. We're going to make mistakes. Hopefully not many, because we can't afford many. Hopefully I don't have,
can't afford anything.
hopefully.
I'm still gonna be paying shop rent.
Yeah.
Office rent while we're gone. So any work that I do, any money that I make, doing auctions from the RV, I still have to make that rent.
So this is us.
We don't know.
This is us really being worried about it. We might be screwed. We've had really good luck this last year, and so we're kind of hoping that it carries. I'm ready for a close. We don't, right? We're begrudgingly, we're begrudgingly looking at leaving the state here towards Christmas. If the weather gets really bad sooner, it might be sooner. If we start looking at like $160 a week in propane costs, plus like whatever it's going to cost for me to drive you back and forth to work, if it gets really snowy here, we might have to reevaluate things and figure out it might actually be cheaper for us to get out of town sooner than later, depending on what the snow's doing, depending on what the weather's doing.
There's some warmer days. I saw like 37 or something.
Which we need.
I wish we just had another month of like 40 degrees.
We're going to be on the road unless we get some kind of Thanksgiving or Christmas miracle, which doesn't look likely. If you like this video, if you follow us, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Only 10% of the people who watch this video actually subscribe to us, and we want to grow more, and we need your help to do that. If you can click that subscribe button, hit that bell notification.
Leave a comment.
Yeah, leave a comment.
Make fun of us.
Also, check this video out. If you were digging this video, We do a lot of DIY RV projects here. We just got done building a 12 kilowatt battery. That's the playlist that we're going to put up here. So if you did like this video and you want to see what we're all about, that's a pretty good start into, you know, what we do here. So check out our battery build.